All right, time now to check in with the Liberty men's tennis team. My name is Nick Pierce, catching up now with Eddie Gutierrez here from the team. And Eddie, congratulations to you. Breaking news here as we get ready to talk. You are the Big South Men's Tennis Player of the Week. Congratulations there, my friend, and well-deserved. A couple of singles wins in your last outing and then also a doubles win at UVA. How's it feel?
Well, thank you very much for congratulating me. It feels pretty good. We have worked so hard this season with Coach Beck, Coach Juan. They have really pushed us hard. So I feel very happy to be a Big South Player of the Week, for sure. Yeah.
What kind of work have you put in? Describe the hard work here in the preseason and now with the season having started.
Well, we have a new coach this year, so it's definitely a different dynamic that we had last year. We really focus on different drills. Practices are more specialized, meaning that if I need to work on my forehand, then Coach Juan and Coach Beck will really focus on that. And let's say if Alex, the tall guy on the team, if he needs to work on his volleys, then he is going to work specifically in that. So practices are more centralized, more specialized, so I really like that. Another thing that I really like about Coach Beck and Coach Juan is that they're very motivational. We had to memorize a quote by Rafael Nadal. I don't know if you know who Rafael Nadal is. Yeah. And so whenever I have a very tough match and I feel like I'm getting down on the set or something, I just think of that quote, and that gives me the courage to keep pushing and just play my heart out on the court.
Well, now I got to ask, what's the quote?
The quote says, what I battle the hardest to do in a tennis match is to quiet the voices in my head, to shut everything out of my mind but the contest itself, and concentrate every atom of my being on the point that I am playing. If I made a mistake on a previous point, forget it. Should have thought of victory, suggest itself, crush it. So that's the quote, basically. And everybody on the team had to memorize it. And we have weekly tests. Coach Juan will call you randomly, and if you don't know the quote, if you forget it, then we have to do burpees or extra conditioning at the end. So he really wants to make sure that everybody knows the quote by heart. So.
Well, Eddie knows the quote, so let's make that clear. Let's go back to the UNCW win and the one over USC Upstate as well. Your opponents there in those singles victories. What was the key to winning those matches?
Well, my matches are like as a team, you mean? My matches, actually the first match that I played, I was playing against this guy and I won the first set 6-1. And then I was up in the second set 5-1 for the love on my serve. So, I don't know if you know how the tennis scoring works, but I literally had the guy and the match was right there, so winnable. And somehow I managed to lose the second set 7-5, and I was down in the third set 2-0. So I was down a break. So things didn't look very promising to me, but like I said, I just thought about that quote that Coach Juan really, uses a lot. And I thought about my team, and I thought about how last week I had played a match, and kind of the same thing happened to me, so I wasn't going to allow myself to go through the same thing again. So I managed to come back on the set and win the match. So that was a good victory for me. It was kind of like a test to see where my character and my heart is. So I was very happy about that match. And then the second match that I played against Upstate, that match I just went out on the court and I had a different mentality. I wasn't going to think about the results, winning or losing. I was just going to go out and focus on my game. And I ended up winning 6-1, 6-1, I think, or 6-0, 6-1, something like that. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a big improvement from the last match, from the previous match.
Well, obviously, the quote's working a lot because you got 14 singles wins here so far in the spring. Then also on the doubles side with Vince Salas, you guys picked up a doubles win at UVA as well, and I believe you guys are unbeaten in the spring so far.
Well, what?
I believe you guys are also unbeaten in the spring so far. What's been the key?
Well, I feel like Vince and I have a good chemistry in the court. Whenever I get down on myself, he pushes me, and vice versa, same dynamic. I feel like we're both very good at returning the serves, so that helps a lot because we're not very big guys, so our serve is not that big. So if we really focus on those returning games and are able to break the guy serves, then that's gonna be a good thing for us. So I think that's basically what we have been doing, just making the guys play, making a lot of returns, staying solid at the net, and just having high percentage on our first serves. So, so yeah, that's basically what we have been doing, staying positive throughout the match.
Lastly, here, Eddie, coming up, you're heading to Florida this weekend. You're going to be taking on Florida State. You're also going to be taking on New Orleans. Some big time matches there in the state of Florida. How excited are you for that?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I feel like we always go to Florida to play tennis matches, so I like going there. I really like how I hit the ball in Florida. We're
A
gonna.
little bit warmer weather, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So that's always a good thing. I think we're gonna have a doubleheader on one of those days. So once again, that's a good opportunity for us to see where our character and our heart is. Uh, so so yeah, I think it's gonna be a good test for us and see how we can play down there and maybe think about that quote, the Natal quote. See if we can use it. Yeah.
Good stuff. Eddie, appreciate the time. Congratulations on the Big South honor.
Thank you, man. Thanks.